What's up? You ever up doing a favor for somebody and they come along and screw you up? They half-ass do the work. Why this topic? I'll tell you why this topic. Because I'm from Chicago and I travel. And now people are telling me I can't get on a certain airlines. Like, hey man, if you travel, don't you go United. You know what they did at O'Hare? Oh, there's some type of shades called my shades. I bought these shades like about 10 years ago. And they still work. I made Oskino fall off. How you say that? When did he fall on? Now, here's the situation. Because all you keep seeing is videos of my man going, no, 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 no. Let me explain to you what happened. A lot of people don't know the details. What'd you say? Now, let me tell you the details. Right, this is the details of what happened. Okay, this flight is scheduled to go to Louisville, Kentucky. The plane is full. Oh, it's not a propaganda story, buddy. I'm from Chicago, and believe me, that's all they talk about. They talk about this airline story every 10 minutes. Oh, videos? I got like 50 million videos coming out. I don't even know what's next or what. What happened was this. They had 4 stewardess or whatever that needed to go to Louisville right away. So just like the airlines do, they say, who's willing to give up their seats? We're willing to give you $200 and a free hotel room if you will give up your seat. We need 4 seats. We need volunteers. Who's willing to give it? Nobody said anything. So they came back and said, well, we're willing to do $400 and a free night's hotel, plus, you get the next connecting flight going out. Nobody again said nothing. So they came back with a third offer. We really need these seats, you guys. We really need to get our stewardess, on the plane, to the Louisville for this flight. $800. $800 plus a hotel room. Are you listening to the story, Chris? This wasn't an overbooking problem. This is people that worked for the airlines that they had to get to Louisville right away. So they needed them to be on the plane. So they need these 4 extra seats. So anyway, they're up to $800. A free hotel stay, and they can leave out the next morning. Again, nobody said anything. Then, final offer $1,000 plus a hotel stay for 4 seats. Each person get $1,000 each. Last resort. Plus a hotel stay for the 4 seats. Again, nobody said anything. Now, by the law on your ticket, they have to do a random selection. And 4 people will be randomly selected off of the plane. Now, here's the kicker. The 4 people got to go now. And when you go, you ain't getting the money now. You're out. Only thing you're going to get is a hotel room from them. But the money is no longer an option. Now, you willing to roll the dice or just say you ready to go. Nobody move. So they called 3 people. They all get up. 3 people get up. Okay, man, I got selected. Do I still get the money? No, you get a free room. Oh, man, but I didn't know. Well, it's too late. We went to the final selection. We told you $1,000. You didn't get up. Now you got to go. You've been selected. 3 people got up and left. 1 person said, no, I'm a doctor. I can't. I need to get there. I got patients. I got to do operations. I can't. I got to get there. Then they said, sir, you need to call your assistant and tell them he would have to do the surgery because you got to get off the plane. We can't select anybody else. He was, pick somebody else. Don't pick me. I got to go. I got to go. And they's like, sorry, sir. You've been selected. And by law, we can kick you off the plane. So you got to go. It's on your ticket. People don't read the tickets. No, don't pick me. No, I got to go. I got to go home. Got to go home. Got to go home. Got to go home. Sir, you got to go. No. They, sir, you got to go. No. Get him. We're going to call security. I don't care. I got to go home. Leave me alone. So, next thing you know, they went and grabbed. They called a security guy. The security got another one because they like, sir, you're going to have to come out the plane. They even got the agent, the special agent that be on the plane. He over there. And he come over there like, look, he's supposed to be the guy that don't nobody know is the private agent. He blew his whole cover to whoop this dude. They go over there and whop, no. This lady, oh my God, what are they doing to him? Why? I'm like, why? They didn't told him why 4 times. Why? It's amazing to me. White people, that's why I call them the why people. They ain't white people, they why people. Why? They don't never understand what's going on. They are not in reality at all. It's like, my goodness. Do you realize that you're on the same plane? You heard the same thing they just heard. Didn't you hear them say? Listen, this is what it is. White people have a hard time comprehending that thing. The why people, why are they doing this to him? No, stop it. They asked him to move. He didn't want to move. This is the airport. They have the reason to beat the living snot out of you. They could throw a terrorist sticker on him, slap that terrorist stick on him and beat the crap out of him and torture him for hours, legally. The why people, baby. Why? Why is this going on? Why? I'm like, we ain't got time to figure out why. We got to go. Brother, you ain't hear brother asking why. When a brother on that plane asking why, the only thing the brother was going to ask is, why is there a dog in a seat? He should be under the plane. Why we ain't in Louisville right now? Why we ain't taking off? That's the only whys we want to know. You delaying us. That's the why we want to know. Why we being prohibited? The white people, they want to get all involved. Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. This is a crime. Someone's got to stay. Chicky, then you should have got up and gave up your seat. Then he would have been able to sit down on the plane. If you'd have got your butt up and got off the plane since you so concerned, it would have been over with. If you'd have just said, I give up my seat, I'll get up, I'll take $1,000 and get up, let this man go home. Since you want to know why so much, but did you get out your doggone seat? Nope. So shut up. They lucky I ain't on that plane. Now they got protesters all at the airport. Protesting. Then I tell you, people don't know what they want to protest no more. But that's what happened. Everybody's been getting sent all this fake information, and all you keep seeing is the Instagram picture of him getting drug out. Then to make it funny, this what makes it funny. After they whooped my man, because I admit, I would have punched him in the face too. He was just doing too much. He was a little too out of control. So him getting punched in the face, that was supposed to happen. He was supposed to get punched in the face. He was doing a lot of resisting. And it's like, look, man, they were trying to put him to sleep. He just wouldn't go out. When they grabbed him, they had to give him a couple because they was trying to knock him out. Like, look, go to sleep. Pop, pop. Sleep. But he wasn't going gentle into that good night. I gotta go home, 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 I gotta go home. I'm like, he was out of his mind. So when they start dragging him out, no, and they started giving him the drag out, that's when everybody's all concerned, like there's a murder taking place on the plane. So now the United Airlines is under attack. They decide to defend their character. They go dig up this doctor also sold drugs for sex. I'm like, what PR guy does this? That stuff is all out here in Chicago. People are like, yeah, well, they throw him off the plane. Yeah, but he sold drugs for sex. What does that have to do with what happened on the plane? Was he on the plane? Do you want a Percocet and I get a piece of sex? Percocet for a piece of sex in the bathroom. Come see me. Tearing him down. Straight tearing my man's down. I'm like, now if he was on the plane selling pills for sex, then I could see. Y'all go Percocet for a piece of sex. What? Why in the world would they even go down this route? I know. So now they like, because I'm like, if this was the case, y'all really needed them 4 people to get there. You know what you should have did? Select somebody else. I've been like, this man's a doctor. He got to go there. Let me select somebody else. you'd have had a much easier time than dealing with this guy. Now you got a lawsuit coming. Oh, his lawyer was talking today. His lawyer, my client has suffered a concussion. He has 2 missing teeth. He has a broken nose, sinus damage. And that's not even the half of the emotional stress. His daughter right now is making a speech. She's embarrassed because the whole family, they finna have a whole big lawsuit. Massive. Going against United Airlines. And now they got this protest at the airport. I'm like, I don't fly United because it's expensive. People like, you got to boycott United. You flying United? I'm like, no, I ain't flying United. It's expensive. But I bet you can get some good prices now. Shoot, I might be flying United. They gonna be, you gonna break the picket line. I'll be like, I wasn't in no picket to begin with. And this would be a good time for them other airlines to jump on. Delta. Don't worry about people getting beat up. Fly Delta. We don't let Asians on our plane. You don't have to worry about crazy Asian doctors that don't want to leave the plane. Not Delta. Don't even let them aboard. That's what Delta stands for. That's funny. When I get a good haircut, everybody try to say, everybody else saying good haircut. This one person, you need to fire your barber. I'll be like, what? My hair, my lining ain't never been this crisp. What you talking about? Boom! That's GQ. That's what I'm talking about. I told you that they picketing on O'Hare. This is the new thing now. That Asian guy, I'm like, if that was a brother, this would have been a 5-minute conversation. Him talking to some newscast, some local hood rolling out. From Rolling Out magazine, Dale Johnson explains his story about what happened on the airline. Yeah, man, he took me in the back. They gave me electric shock. Here's the marks. Beat me upside the head. Nobody asked me nothing. There ain't no camera. There ain't no footage on the internet. Nothing. They be like, well, why ain't see it on the news? Man, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I did everything else. I filled out the paperwork. I done told people what had happened. Nobody even cared. I've seen brothers get mollywopped at the airport. They ain't on no news. The last flight I was on when going to Vegas, I was supposed to be on a flight. I got there late. Meaning that I got there on time, but late compared to what the airline does. I didn't know the airlines just give up your seat. You got to be there at least 30 minutes for your plane takeoff, or that's it. If your plane don't take off at a certain time, forget that. They're like, we ain't got time to worry about that. You up. Oh, why? That's funny you said that, because I almost said that in that video about DJ Academic, but I ain't want to be hating. How he got normal dudes talking about how he got normal people hands. He's abnormally fat. That's the fat you get when you just sit around and eating, and you just getting fat because you sitting around and you're not that active. You're not really supposed to be fat. Like, he wasn't a guy that was just born fat. He's somebody that got fat from sitting down eating video games. And yes, it does look like somebody stuck like one air pump in his mouth, and he just like, and his cheeks blew all the way up. So he's abnormally big. I guarantee you, if you saw me stand next to DJ Akademiks, you would not say Karceno's fat at all. Easy. You know how the camera is true. Camera do put a lot of weight on you. But I don't think the camera doing all that with him. He's a video gamer and a guy that sits around and makes videos all day. That's a long process, buddy. So, yeah, he's making good money and he's doing all that stuff, but this is not the kind of guy you think is going to be in the clubs, you know, taking pictures or traveling. This looks this looks like the guy that's going to be on the couch playing Call of Duty 4. That's just an appearance. When you think of DJ Akademiks, do you think about him being a DJ in the club for all the rappers? Or do you think about him playing Call of Duty? That's his, that's my handle. That's my Call of Duty handle. I don't hate DJ Akademiks at all. He's somebody that's trying to get money, like everybody else in the world. He did used to DJ before. The next movie I'm going to see is Fast and Furious 8. I turned down the advance going to check it out. Bruh, you can't drive back. I'm in the woods. Ain't no driving by. I'm literally in the woods. So there is no driving by in the woods. Are you going to do a drive-by here and shoot a tree? You got to get out on foot to come here. Because you ain't going to know how to take the roads to get to this house. MapQuest just say, go that way and good luck. You be like, MapQuest be like, well, the MapQuest be like, look, I gave you the area. That's about the best I could do. All you got to do is go watch that movie, The Accountant. I'm the accountant. I'm seeing whatever comes up to my door. Oh, Eric Johnson, I do got a album versus album coming up. It's already done. We got Nas, Life is Good versus Kanye, The Graduation album. Like I told you, I got so many videos already done that it's crazy. The amount I gotta like at least 10, 15 videos done. Today you probably gonna see 10 videos. Yesterday, how many I do? 8, 9. See what happened when your girl's mad at you? When your girl mad at you, you get a lot done. Yeah, if I'm in a funny mode today, because I just watched Dave Chappelle both episodes. She would have probably won if Charlie Murphy wanted her. What are you talking about, realness? You talking about she deleted that post? Who deleted what post? What you talking about? Oh, nothing. We are live, Tony. I will catch on to it later. What did you do? Did you do something stupid? Larry Johnson versus Alonzo. Alonzo Mourning? Well, we might do that one. What you mean I deleted the post? It was what I did and she deleted the post. Did you send something to some celebrity? What celebrity did you send something to? Mm. Call who up so we could talk on live stream? I'm hearing Bootsy got maced. I'm reading all your comments. What about Aries Spears? What about him? Did something happen with Aries Spears? Aries Spears got punched by Zoe. See what happens when you take a nap? Now, why in the world did Zoe Williams punch him out? That sounds about right. If Aries Spears got drunk and did something stupid, that sounds like Aries Spears. Is there a new Transformer trailer? That what you telling me? So he's on video getting punched and knocked out? You mean to tell me Aries Spears is getting floored on TV? Oh, wow. Ustream? What the heck is Ustream? That sounds like something from 2002. Ustream. Now I gotta see Aries Spears get knocked out. That's what I'm saying. Being a comedian is a hard job. But I did watch the Chappelle, both episodes. I finally finished it today. I don't know what you did, Realness 337. You sound like you did something crazy that you wasn't supposed to. Are you talking about the get down? I don't know. I met Aries Spears a couple of times back when he was slimmer. When he used to do Eddie Murphy, he does a very good Eddie Murphy. I think I do a better Mike Tyson than him. But his Eddie Murphy is flawless. How you watching me in painting? You sent me a post, and once I liked it, she deleted it. Who is she? That's what I'm like, what are you talking about? Makes sense, then we could talk about it in the chat. That you see? That's why I'm like, what are you doing? That's why we have this chat. Oh, your house is getting painted. Okay. Now that makes some sense. I'm tired of sitting in this house. I might just go fly somewhere. Catch me a plane. All this talking about airports. Might just get up and get on a plane and go somewhere. Who you talking about? Nicki Minaj? You messing up the whole chat, realness. You about seconds from getting blocked. No, the thing about the Chappelle show, because there's 2 episodes on there so far. The thing about that Chappelle show, the first one wasn't that good. The second one was way better. That was a flawless show. The first one was, it was like shaking off rust. And the second show was flawless. All the way through. Flawless. But that first stand-up was kind of sketchy. I didn't really like, the first one was okay. It was like somebody fighting through something. Like they had some good jokes in there and some was just bad. Well, there's 2 on there, Moon Man. There's a 1 and there's a 2. But the second one was flawless. Right, I should do a stand-up. I could do a stand-up right now and blow half of the comedians out of the water. It's all about mental focus. My life is a complete joke. One big joke. So how could it not be funny? Fred Briggs, stop lying. You know I'm hilarious. I will turn this into a whole stand-up session. You keep lying on me, Fred. How I'm gonna roast somebody I can't even see? Be like, Fred, you the type of guy that got to get out of the shower to go take a pee. Mm-hmm. I'm a legend. The hipster shades. Fake rice. I'm gonna warm up this Taco Bell from yesterday. And that's gonna be my breakfast, dinner, and lunch. YouTube didn't cut everybody money. They said Karceno making too much money. We're gonna have to cut him down. Do I got any stories? You wanna hear some stories? That's it. Karceno stand-up is now in effect. Oh, you gonna hear some stories. Here it is, Karceno Story, Volume 1. Let's hear some stories. Your boy Karceno's driving, right? Comes to a red light. There's a man sitting outside, right by the store, by the light. He's sitting there in his blue jeans on. He's got a shirt that's all dingy, his beard all wild, and he got his hand on his head. I'm like, are you all right? And he said, call 911. I'm in a Mercedes. He's looking like a ruffian. He's a white guy, but he looks rough. So I said, what's your name? He said, Bob. I said, okay, white guy Bob. I'm like, I'm not accustomed to dialing 911. All right, where I'm from, we don't call 911. We used to have a game in the neighborhood. We didn't call 911. We used to have a game as kids. We ran from the police. That was part of the game. Trying to stay out from curfew. So that's what we doing. We trying to stay out from curfew, running from the police. Nobody I know is accustomed to dialing 911. I can't remember the last time I dialed 911. So I called 911. Tell them about Bob. So the lady gets on the phone. 911. Emergency. I said, yes, I'm here on the corner of such and such. And I'm by the red light. There's a guy out here. I think he needs help. He said, call 911. He's sitting on the curb. His name is Bob. And then the light was green. I'm driving off. He's like, his name is Bob. He's wearing some blue jeans. He got a white shirt out there. He said, call the cops. Is it life or death? I don't know. I'm in my car. I'm moving. He just asked me to call you guys. He's sitting out there. I'm not going to risk my life. or I'm not going to put myself in a life or death situation. I'm not going to risk my life to be dead to go out there to see what's going on with Bob. I'm in a Mercedes. So I'm like, look, And then she gets an attitude. The 911 lady gets an attitude with me. Well, this is the emergency line. There is another 9 you're supposed to call. You don't dial 911. I'm like, well, hey. He said dial 911. If there's another 911 line, y'all can't handle emergencies no more? That you got to get put on another line? I'm like, there's a 911 part 2. What do I dial? I don't know. I'm not accustomed to dialing 911. She got an attitude because I don't know how the 911 procedure go. So now I'm like, well, look, I don't need the help. Bob needs the help. So I hang up on her. I'm like, look, beep. I hung up. I ain't want to hear nothing else. She calls me back. The 911 operator calls me back when I hang up. Did you just hang up on me? I'm done talking. Bob on the corner needs you. I don't need you. Why would you call me back? So I'm like, I don't need your help. Bob needs the help. He's out there. Well, I just want to let you know, this is only the 9 you only call for life or death. So if I'm dead, I call you. Or if I'm dying, I'm supposed to dial you. So if I get shot or stabbed or I'm dying, I can call you. So I got to determine my entire injury before I can dial. I got to try to remember a whole nother number. That's not 911. Yeah. When I could call you and you could transfer me to the number. She's like, well, I could transfer you to that number from here. Then why are we having this discussion? I don't even need to talk to them. Go get Bob. Bob could be in life or death. Bob out there holding his head saying dial 911. He asking for help. Go deal with Bob. But Bob ain't getting in my car. That's y'all job. I call 911. That's about as far as I'm going with Bob. Well, that's just the story of my life. Bob died. But see, this is why I tell you, things happen to people, and you know how you argue with your girl, you get in all these discussions about what if scenarios. I'm the only person in America that would get in trouble during a what if scenario. Well, a whole argument would break out and ensue. They would break out and ensue over a what if scenario. I'll be like, if that was her, because she always likes to say, I judge people. You see, she's a hypocrite too, but just don't admit it. You judge everybody. You love to judge people. You got to give people a chance and you this and that. So I was trying to show her she's a hypocrite too. So when telling her the Bob story, I said, you would have picked up Bob and put Bob in the car if he needed help? I said, okay. So if a man out there in the corner, you're going to stop and help him out and everything else, right? Yeah. Okay. Say there's a man outside with a clown mask on. He holding a bag and he in some pajamas. And he out there waving like this. And he had a sign saying, I need a ride, please. You going to stop and ask him, where is he going? Or you going to keep driving? Well, he's wearing a mask. Okay, he takes the mask off. And he says, hi. And holds the sign saying, I need help. You gonna pull over? He could be a nice guy. He could have been on his way to a birthday party and got lost. You ain't gonna stop and pick him up? I thought, oh, so you discriminating. Huh? See? And then she get mad. You know, you can't correct your woman on anything because they get defensive on every single little stupid thing. That's it. And see me, when in my earlier days, player. That's me, player, all the way. I had 2 chicks. I had never had 2 chicks at the same time before, dated 2 girls. It was by accident. This stuff don't really normally happen to me. It was a complete accident. I ended up dating 2 girls at the same time. I was completely exhausted because I got to sit here and deal with one girl, then bounce and go to the other girl. That was it. In the morning, I do all the stuff I want to do. Go to the shop, spend the quality time with the other girl. And she's like, see, that's what I like about you. You don't think about sex and all this stuff all the time. You like having fun and going out and doing things. You're different. That's because she didn't know every night I'm having sex with the other girl. That's all we do. So, but the thing is, it's exhausting. I'm exhausted because I'm going through, I gotta go to pick her up in the morning. I gotta go to work. And then when I get off work, I gotta play John Madden with my homie till like 4 in the morning. So at 4 in the morning, I'm going to see the other chick. And that's all we got time for. And she's ready to go at all times. That's how she got the name, the 4 a.m. runner. She was the 4 a.m. runner. I call her at 4 in the morning like it was nothing, and she's ready to go. And I was like, if I had somebody on my roster like that right now, we'd be winning a World Series right now. I need somebody in that bullpen. Ready to go. So, anyway, here's the thing. It happened at one time. I was exhausted. I'm getting no sleep. I'm keeping up this whole thing. Then one night, I had to sleep with both of them. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. This wasn't the plan. So in the morning, I had to sleep with one girl, go to work, get off, and go sleep with the other one. This is a problem now. Because now I'm tired. Now I'm exhausted. And for the first time, my body failed me. I said, oh no. I was defeated. And here's the problem. If you climaxed and you ain't doing right or whatever, and you have one of what is called a bad sex night, your girl's never gonna tell you. But believe you me, all her friends know all about it. Every detail to the perfectional end. And you would be amazed how your woman talks about you. You would think you were a crumb on the street if you walked in on that conversation. Her friend know everything that went wrong. Like, girl, after 3 things, he started apologizing to me. I was like, I don't want you to apology. You need to, oh my God, this is wasting my time. And just when I'm getting going, he rolled over and talking about his back hurt. Because he played basketball. I don't care. Nobody told you to do that and got me all started. Jeez, I had to apologize. I'm sorry. I have no energy tonight. Baby, I got a headache. My dog died. Anything. I was not ready for that. Because I forgot to mention I had played a basketball game that day too and won money. So I was in a good mood and I really thought I could pull that off. And my body was like, shut it down. And see, here's the thing, guys. How many of y'all got a best friend that's best friends with somebody else? That's your best friend, but he best friends for somebody else. His best friend is somebody else. If you got a friend that you call your best friend, and he calls somebody else his best friend, he ain't your best friend. That nigga using you. They be like, this is my homeboy right here. They be like, man, how long you been here? He be like, man, I don't even know that name. I don't even know his last name. I seen him in here a couple of times. We like the same team and stuff, and we just cool. But man, I ain't know I was his best friend. My best friend over there. We went to school together. Listen, if your best friend is not your best friend, he probably really ain't even your friend. That's something you should probably think about. Be like, wait a minute. Why are you calling me your best friend? Your girl should be your best friend. If you dating somebody, your woman, your girl should be your best friend. You have to sleep next to this person. Anybody I gotta sleep next to, I'm putting my life in your hands. I could easily get stabbed. That should be your best friend. If you gotta sleep next to that person, best friend. My life is in your hands. Period. That's how it goes. There's no wiggle room out of that. Perfect example. I sit over there, right? I wake up. And as soon as I wake up, I'm hearing this. Wake up! Yo, wake your snoring ass up! What? What? Who's Tracy? Now, see, let me go and tell y'all right now. There was an incident. And this is what I mean. Guys do this all the time at work. For the guys who are 18 to 24, you guys don't, well, 18 or younger, you wouldn't understand. When you go to work, even if you got a girl, it's always the girl at work that you flirt with. Y'all ain't going nowhere. Nothing gonna happen. Y'all just flirt. In God's language, if you screw up and this thing go left, I might have a shot with old girl over here. She might be up to fill in the spot. That's all that means. So are we gonna keep flirting back and forth? And she know about you. I know, she know my situation. I know hers. We gonna keep flirting back and forth just so I can stay in line. We jabbing. Nothing's happening. So I'm like, I ain't cheating. But she has my number, and I probably shouldn't have took her number. And see, here's the thing, guys. When you do something and you think in your spidey sense, for guys who got girls, that is, if your brain is telling you this might be wrong, or you got to think, saying, man, I don't know if this is wrong, it's wrong. Don't do it. Because the simple thing is, it's going to come back and bite you in the butt when you're not ready for it. When you are not ready for it, it's finna come back and bite you in the butt. And to me, when I'm not ready for it, is when I'm asleep. I don't get to sleep. As you all know, so if I'm asleep, that is a miracle. Leave me alone. Instead, I get woke up and asked, who is Tracy? Now, mind you, I'm at a hotel because this is like a romantic night out. This happened on a romantic night out. Tracy decides to send me a text at like 10 o'clock at night, 10, 11, or whatever it was. And I didn't get it. And for some reason, she said the picture just showed up. It was an image. And I'm like, was you going through my phone? I'm like, who is this Tracy? So I'm like, oh man. Not only did she do that, she's in there texting back and forth with Tracy. Like she's me. That's how weird that she is. I'm like, I don't talk to Tracy like that. So I'm like, this is your doing. You made Tracy think it was okay to send that text, that picture. And I'm like, I'm glad you did, because I ain't never seen Tracy like this before. Tracy! And when we broke up, oh, I had 2 phones. That phone upstairs. This the rated PG phone right here. That one upstairs. Woo-wee! And see, we had this thing where the women get you into this trust thing. Look at my phone, you can look at mine. I'm not going to lock it. Why do I need to lock my phone thing? So we were at that stage. And see, me, I see, that's another thing too. I didn't live with her. And to me, you're not a girlfriend if we don't live together. Because believe me, you don't know your woman until you live with her. And if you can deal with living with a woman for a week, you might can survive. That's why anybody that's married, I feel for them. I was like, man, I got to applaud you, man, because that's a brave, brave thing you did, marrying that woman. I mean, to even live with one, I get so like, that's it. You got to go home. I need my day to myself. Did I marry the woman? Of course not. My buddies always try to move me. All my married buddies, they always try to move me to marriage. Like, man, you need to settle down, man. You need to get married. That's what's going on. You need to just settle down, man. You can't be in the game long like that, man. Go on and get married, man, and settle down. I'm like, I'm looking at you. You settle down. You get excited going to Applebee's. Oh, Applebee's, man. They got some bad chicks up in there, baby. Woo! I'm like, they're not looking for you. Those days are long gone for you, buddy. You are not in that position no more. They are not looking for you in that flannel shirt and those old Wrangler Lee jeans. You know, you gained about 65 pounds a month after marriage, and she gained the other 75. So I'm like, you guys look like you guys about to explode. Y'all having a contest. Which one is going to explode first? I'm like, y'all look completely miserable. And you want me to go down this abyss of misery with you? You know, and then when I come through, they be like, they ready to leave with me. I'll be like, all right, I'm gone, man. I'll talk to y'all later. I'll go out the door. They in the window looking at me like, help. Help. Help me. Help. There you go, D-Style. Oh, the sunglasses indoors? Oh, it's very simple. When you're cool, the sun never stops shining on you. I don't know. Yeah, I saw Ocho Cinco. He's down in Mexico playing football. And it's funny to me. Oh, yeah, D, you missed it. We talked about the United thing. When the live chat is over, you can go back and listen to it in the beginning. Now we at the point where we're now just shooting the breeze talking about my life on blast and how hilarious my life is. Oh no, everybody who had an 8-ball jacket, believe me, I had a friend that got killed because they was trying to kill another guy because he had the same 8-ball jacket on. No, up here in Chicago, it's South Pole now. I don't know. They got a protest going over here by United. But that doctor, they wanted to tear his character up, talking about he giving away medicine for sex. What doctor don't give away medicine for sex? That's part of being a doctor. You know how much sex you can get from chicks for pills? My goodness. Like I said, Percocet for a piece of sex. They act like he was on the plane selling medicine for sex. United Airlines that went and dug that up on him to try to sabotage him. Percocet for a piece of sex. And my man, hey D, I'll recap it real quick for everybody who didn't know what happened. D Style, this is what happened. They offered everybody on the plane $200 and a hotel room, and you catch the flight the next day to get home. They needed 4 seats for the 4 people that work for the airline to sit down. Then nobody got up. They came back and said $400 and a hotel room. Get the flight the next day. If we need 4 people to get up and get the seats. Nobody got up. They went up to $800. Nobody got up. So they came back with a final offer. $1,000 plus a hotel stay, and you come back the next day. Nobody on the plane got up. So now they go to the provision that's on your ticket that say they do a random selection and they got to start taking people off the plane. And you're not going to get any money because they can legally do it when they go through this procedure. Only thing you get now is the airlines will pay for your hotel. They go through the procedures. 3 people go, they get to him. No, I gotta go. I'm a doctor. I gotta do surgery. I gotta go home. They, sir, you're gonna have to call somebody else to do the surgery. You gotta get off this plane now. No, I gotta go. No. Say, we're gonna call security. I don't care. I gotta go home. Sir, you gotta, no, gotta go home. So that was it. They even got the private guy you ain't supposed to know. Is the security on there? He wears a hat and he's just on the plane and nobody knows who the guy is. He blew his whole cover. He came up there to help whoop his ass. Stick, get your ass off this plane. All right, Vince Reeves. They grabbed him and drug him all the way out and threw him off the planes. No. That's what I said, D-Style. That's exactly what I was saying. Here's the thing. It's Louisville, Kentucky. Louisville, Kentucky. If there was such an emergency, just pick somebody else. I'm quite sure if you'd have randomly selected another person, they would have been off the plane. They was, no, this is the system. You're chosen. You gotta go. That's why I told them all the other airlines could jump on this and make some money off of it, D. They right now, they at the airport picketing. They got Jesse Jackson out there. I'm like, what discrimination is going on that Jesse Jackson is up there? He the discrimination guy. I guess because he's Asian. He's going to be like, he's an Asian. But I guess he wasn't a sensation. So he can't fly United. We are divided. We are not united. And that's when other people can pile on. Are you tired of Asians that don't want to ride the plane and upset other passengers and get off of the plane? No, no, no! Fly Delta. We don't even let them aboard. Because that's what Delta stands for. Don't even let them aboard. We know, we say that's what Delta could do to pile on, Tyler P. They can spin this so that they can get some customers. Oh, they randomly selected a Muslim? Oh, man, are you kidding? That airport would be packed right now. I would have got me a middle-aged white woman. Then, when they dragging them off, you see the video, the white woman is the main one screaming, "Oh, what are they doing to him? Oh, why? Why?" That's why I say they're not white people, D. They why people. They want to know why all of everything. They don't call them white people. They why people. Why? I'm like, why? Didn't you just hear the man? You know why this is going on? You know what's going on here. I'm like, if you wanted that doctor on the plane so much, you could have got your butt up and took the money and had you a hotel stay. Told him he can take my seat. I'm going to go and let that man stay. You didn't do nothing, but you sat there and you said, why? Why are you doing this? You don't have to do this. I'll be like, did you see us ask this man to get up and leave? He said no. So we got to kick his ass and then he got to go. If I was on the plane, I'd have been helping out. You'd have saw my foot and shoe. I'd have had my foot and shoe coming down right on his head. Sir, I gotta go somewhere, man. You holding up the plane? God damn, I got a connecting flight, you muck. He'd have had a shoe print on his head. He wouldn't have had no broken nose. He had a shoe print right here on the side of his head. They was like, and this other guy just started kicking him. And that's what's funny, D. Ocho Cinco is playing football in Mexico because everybody thinks because Ocho Cinco, they think that's 85. I'm like, I don't even speak Spanish. And I know Ocho Cinco is 8 and 5. It's not 85. It is funny how that just went past everybody here in the United States. And other Mexicans are like, I don't get it. That's not 85. Oh, man. It's really funny. Don't tell me Meek was stupid enough to get arrested. Are you serious? You know, all this talk gonna make me get on a plane and go somewhere. I'm bored, man. I'm finna get up out of here. I'm trying to think. I want to go up there just to see the airport and see the protesters. I'm going to see if I can meet Jesse Jackson. They be, sir, you here to protest? I be, man, I'm here to see Jesse, man. Keep hope alive, man. Man, you still kicking it, man. You used to be with Dr. King, man. Now you up here at the airport with some crazy Asian stuff, man. Go ahead, man. Do your thing, Jess. Oh, I'm just here. What do you have to say about the airport? You know, they real cool, man. You know, that's about it. What do you think about United, though, and how terrible they treating people? I don't know. I can't afford a United flight, so when them prices come down, then I'll let you know. But until then, I'm going Southwest, baby. Woo! My knees may hurt after the flight, but I'm going to get there for cheap. Southwest, baby. I'll never forget, I was at the airport, and it was sad. They had all the pink balloons, so I thought the woman was pregnant that was at the booth. I'm like, congratulations! And she's just crying. No, we've been trying, but I'm not pregnant yet. I'm like, and she's about to cry. And I'm like, what's going on? I'm thinking the pink balloons mean she's finna have a girl. They was like, no, that's breast cancer awareness. She's not pregnant. She's been trying, but she's not pregnant. I'm like, oh, doggone. Oh, man, I feel bad. I didn't know. Oh, man, that's my luck, man. You know, I don't know what it is. My luck. I just try to do the right thing, be nice, and you see what happened? I'm telling you, man, I just don't feel like being in Chicago right now, man. I just feel like jumping on a plane and going somewhere. Let me start looking up flights. See what's going on. Where should I go? San Diego, Philly? No way. Miami? I might go to Miami, but there's too many rappers in Miami. I don't want to go there. Alright, let me go ahead and start shutting things down. Oh, I can't afford United. I'm flying Delta, baby. Don't even let them aboard. Didn't United buy TWA? Did TWA Airlines, didn't it get bought by United? And you know TWA used to stand for traveling with a-holes. So they bought the traveling with a-holes airline. Oh, to go see the parents? I could make a stop there. But seeing them on a Thursday night, I don't know. JetBlue, ooh. Well, I tell you what's the most dangerous, craziest flight was Frontier. I flew them one time. I was like, man, let me try this Frontier. I said, let me try Frontier. I never really heard of them. Frontier. It was like Star Trek in the last Frontier. When we flew, it felt like we was in space trying to go beyond anything anybody ever done in life. This plane, they didn't even have pilots. You know how the pilot come in there? He got the pilot suit on. He got a hat. They got a guy that flew in World War II who used to drive crop dusters. He's in there with an army jacket on like, yeah, let's go. I'm like, let's go? I'm like, this dude ain't flew since World War II. What is he doing in there? The air ain't changed. Let's go. I'm like, is he even licensed? Is he even licensed to fly this plane? So before we even take off, one of the things is not working on the plane. They said, well, we're gonna be a little delayed because we're having problems with one of the flaps. It's not functional right now, so we're working on it. And it's a bunch of black folks finna get on this plane. And it must have been free giveaway tickets for black folks this day. Everybody was going. And this black family like, look, man, I ain't never been on a plane before. And if you traveling with blacks that has never been on a plane before, they never wanted to go on a plane before. And they were forced by other foreign family members to get on this plane to go somewhere. And this would be the trip right here. The end all trips. So they try to explain to black folks there's a problem with the plane. Like, oh, well, see, one of the flaps are down, so we're trying to get that fixed. Fixed? Plane broke. You just told black folks the plane is broke, and we trying to fix it so that we can get you in the air. Black folks who had never been on a plane before. Oh, hell no! Hey, y'all ain't getting on no goddamn broke plane. Y'all better get another goddamn plane out here. I ain't getting on no goddamn broke plane. Hey, so, what? Man, that plane broke. The plane broke? Yeah, the plane broke, man. Yeah, shit. Man, I ain't getting on no, man. No, I ain't getting on no plane like that. You can't tell, and I had to tell the lady, I said, lady, you can't tell black folks the plane is broken the way you did. I said it's just not functional right now. We want to test to make sure that the flap, you just told this black family the plane is broken. That's all that meant to black folks. The plane is broke, and when you are delayed because we trying to fix it, they ain't getting on that plane. And they had to get a whole nother plane out because by the time they got it inspected to get it cleared to go, it's going to waste so much time. So they just had to bring a whole new plane out. And that's when the blacks was, all right, yeah, okay. And then we couldn't land because it was so windy that day. They had to, every time we tried to make our approach, it was just too much force. So we had to go right back up in the air. Ooh-wee. Now you want to talk about somebody like, man, I done told y'all. Got my Star Wars book, Catalyst. Gotta finish Catalyst. And I got my Rogue One. Don't think I don't. Oh, I'm never going to Cleveland. If I was in Cleveland, they'll run me out. I'll be in there talking about Cleveland so bad, they'll kick me out the city. Then I almost seen the guy get his brains beat in. A bootleg Diddy. That'll definitely be me. Yeah, take that, take that. That's such a violent thing. Violent thing. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Bootleg Diddy is right. I'll be like, Diddy, I can't pay for that. You might have to pay for that, Diddy. Well, John Cena, my hero, has caused the shakeup in WWE. And the reason why he's caused this shakeup is because I was in the Satisfy You video with R. Kelly. I don't know if I was or wasn't. That's the thing. I might have been in the video. Oh man, he got hit with 12 piece. Man, Aries. Comedian is a very, I'll tell you, making people laugh and stuff like that. That's when you're good, I guess, when you're good enough to make somebody punch you in the face. But comedians are dark. They have a dark past. A lot of them have those will be the best ones. They take the heaviest drugs and be some of the meanest people in the world. You be thinking like, oh, hey, how you doing? They be like, I'll stab you with a fork. You be like, I just wanted a picture. Get away from me. Do I look like I'm performing? Stressed. Comedians are something else. You got to catch them when the mood is right. That's why they best friends are only comedians. You see Chris Rock responded to my video. He watched my video of me talking about how weird he is, and he didn't deny it. He just put out an Instagram message to respond to my video. Mayweather versus Cena. Don't expect to see Mayweather versus Cena. To tell you the truth, WrestleMania was decent. But John Cena getting ready to leave. I told y'all my guys, The Miz, I like The Miz. I think he's great. He's a great character. SmackDown was the best show, but now they want to ruin it. For God knows why, what reason they want to ruin the show. Switch everything around. I don't think you touch AJ Styles. You leave AJ Styles alone and let him do what he's doing. He's the greatest thing going right now. Yeah, I love John Cena, man. John Cena's hilarious. But now he saw The Rock make all that money. He was like, I can make that money too. I was great in Trainwreck. But it's just that his personality is so marine. It's hard for him to play anything else besides an army guy. That's right, because I'm getting ready to step out into the world. Give him the people's eyebrow. See, The Rock has flair. The Rock has personality. To be a great wrestler, you got to be able to sell the moves. See, this is why people hate Roman Reigns. They hate Goldberg. They really don't like Brock that much. You got to be able to sell the moves. Oh, Scott, you got to be joking. I just did like 5 hood stories within this one video. Don't worry, when you go back and see it, it's going to put the Dave Chappelle show to shame. Boom. Hacksaw. Michael P.S. Hayes and the One Man Gang. That's the legends of the Mid-South Wrestling. The JYD. Well, wrestling is it's a weird sport because there are no off seasons for wrestling. Even though the moves are scripted, people really get hurt, discs get slipped, mistakes happen, and you're on the road 340 days out of the year. That's a lot of wear and tear, miles and stress on your body. And you're like, who in the world would put up with this? That's what you're saying to yourself. Who in the world would ever put up with this? Oh, comedy beefs? Oh, man, it's a lot of those. Mostly dealing with Arsenio Hall. But comedians are not too funny about people making fun of them on the internet. See, that's the thing. They could tell jokes. They can't take a joke. Ain't that weird? Comedians are some violent, drug-taking assholes. Any pointers on growing your YouTube page? Yeah, patience. If you come in with the attitude of, I want to grow my page, it's not going to happen. For me, I never cared about how many people I had, how many subscribers. I never did that. I wanted the people to be here. Like, I just started like this year or last year telling people to subscribe. You never see no promotion from me. I've been on YouTube for years, buddy. Years. Because I want it to be. I'm like, I want to be heard. And that was the only reason why. Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Should have got the steel book. Oh, don't feel that way, Tyler. But we got to bring this to the end because my phone is going to die. And, yep, I'm getting alerts now. Y'all have a great day. Good night.